What is up, everybody, and welcome back to episode number 6 of Road to Glory with me, Harry. And as I promised in the last episode, I was going to do a sort of Q&A in this video, but I'm kicking off here by David Louise, quite cheaply just to make my defence a bit stronger. But anyway, I'll kick off the questions. The first question was left by J4NUFC, and it is, who is your favourite Newcastle player? And to be honest, I've got a few players. Probably my favourite is probably either Demba Ba or Ben Arthur, just for the simple fact that, if you go to a game, they're two players that'll excite you. When you watch them on the pitch, they're really good players, and they basically put bums in seats. There's a few other players I really like. I like Colaccini, Cabai, obviously Toyote, Tim Krul. I pretty much, I like them all, but if I had to pick one favourite, I would say either Ben Arthur or Demba Ba. Anyway, I'll move on to the next question. Let's have a look. The next question is, who do you think will win the Premier League? So in my opinion, I think the Premier League will be going to Manchester this year. I don't know whereabouts, but I believe it'll either be Man City or Man United. I cannot see anyone else winning it, to be perfectly honest. I know Spurs are doing quite well at the moment, but I can see them tailing off towards the end. But it really just depends if Man City, if they're going to spend a bit more money. If Man City go and spend another, say, 30-40 million on a couple of players, I think they'll have a really good chance. But obviously Man United are very good finishers, and Fergie will have them finishing strong, so it'll be a tight finish. But if I had to pick one, I'll probably say Man City. I'll say Man City for a change. Anyway, I'll move on to the next question. The next question is, let's have a look. Do you want Mike Ashley out? Personally, I would like him to leave because, to be perfectly honest, we're not going to win anything with him in charge. All he's basically doing is taking money out of the club. Like, he's obviously, he wants to get his money back, and the only way he can get his money back is by selling players, because the club's up for sale at the moment, but not many people want to buy it at the price he's wanting for it, which is 400 plus million, when he only bought it for 150, and there's about 150 worth of debt. So probably the club probably cost him 300 mil, and he wants 400 mil for it, which is pretty unrealistic, to be perfectly honest. He's not going to be getting that type of figure, because the people that bought Man City, they were actually going to buy Newcastle, but Ashley quoted them way over the top, and they got Man City for nothing, and obviously the rest is history. But yeah, I would like him to leave, and I would like Richard Branson to take over the club if I could choose anyone, but obviously it probably won't happen. But I do believe Ashley will be gone within a couple of years. I can see it, maybe in about 5 years. I don't think he'll be there, if I'm being perfectly honest. I think this season we've done quite well. We've probably been quite lucky, to be perfectly honest. Obviously we've worked hard, we've got into a good position, but at the start of the season, no one would have thought, we'd be 6th in the table, joint 5th, and if we win on Saturday, we'll be 5th. So yeah, I think he will be gone soon, hopefully, and I would like him out, to be perfectly honest. And anyway, I'll move on to the next question. The next question is, have you got a season ticket? And if so, where do you sit? Yeah, I do. I share a ticket with my uncle. So what happens is he goes to one game, I go to the next game. But quite often I'll buy a ticket for when it's not my week. But we sit in the John Hull stand, halfway up behind the goal, so underneath the away fans. So that's where we sit. Yeah, anyway, I'll move on to the next question. It's on the next page, 2 seconds. The next question is... That's not a question, that's about Ravel Morrison. Next question is, here it is. It is from PS3DM14 and says, where do you think NUFC will finish? I reckon Europa League. Perfectly agree with you. I think, realistically, if we can come in the top 7, I think we should get Europa League, and it really is achievable. I do think if we buy a couple of players, we could finish 5th. I know it's quite a tough position to finish, but I think top 7 is achievable, and I think top 6, top 5 is realistic, to be perfectly honest. I cannot see us getting top 4. I think that's out of the question, but I think Liverpool and Arsenal aren't very strong, and I think we're just as good, if not better, than them two sides. So there's no reason why we can't finish above them. But obviously, if we get a bit of investment, if Ashley Spence buys a few players, I think why not? You know what I mean? I think if we get a couple of players, maybe a new defender, a new centre back for cover, and another full back, and maybe another striker or a creative midfielder, why not? I think, personally, I think we'll finish either 7th or 6th, just depending on how the rest of the season goes, if we get any injuries and all that, Obviously, we're missing Demba at the moment, but he'll be coming back, and I think when he comes back, he'll give us a huge boost, and I think we'll kick on from then. Obviously, we showed we can win without him beating QPR, but it was QPR, with all due respect. But anyway, Oh, he's got a few more questions. It says, who is your favourite NUFC player? Mine is Ben Arfa, Toyota, Ikabai and Bar. Totally agree with you. You know, they're my top 5 really good players. Obviously Ben Arfa, you know, he's a class act. He can beat a man like Messi. You know, Barcelona were interested in him a few years ago. Obviously he's got his, you know, his own issues off the pitch and stuff, but he's a fantastic talent. And you know, you can see the goal against Blackburn proved he can just literally beat a man and another man without even thinking. He makes it look so easy. It's like basically just like Lionel Messi. You know, it makes him look like the defenders are standing still and not there, and makes the defenders look like dummies really. In Toyota, Ikabai, 2 class midfielders. You know, Toyota, great defensive midfielder, and Kabai just a class act. And Demba Ba, you know, he's a pure beast basically. And the next question is, what sort of players do NUFC need to sign? I reckon a defender, preferably a centre back, a centre mid, and a striker. Completely agree with you. I think we need another centre back, because at the moment we've basically just got Williamson and Colaccini, because I wouldn't really count Purchase a centre back, to be perfectly honest. I wouldn't count him as a player, but because to me he's not good enough. He's a championship player. So I would say centre back, they're looking at the one from Murderspores at Mbuya. I think I pronounced that right, or wrong. I've watched a few videos of him on YouTube. He looks like a cracking player, really strong. He's sort of in the Samba mould, and he's only 22. So I would like someone like that, or someone, you know, someone like Samba, like a big, strong centre back. Because I think we've got Colaccini who can play the ball, and Williamson's quite good in the air. But I think we need another centre back just to, you know, a bit more cover, a bit more depth in the squad. And he says centre mid and a striker. Yeah, I would love it, a centre mid. You know who, I'm not sure, but you know, I think we do need some more centre mids. I think we've got some good young players, but I think we just need a little bit more experience in there just to pass it on to, you know, the younger guys. And obviously I think we need another striker, because Leon and Shola, you know, they'll try the best, but I don't think they really are good enough. I think Leon is probably good enough in the Premiership, but Shola obviously is injury prone, and you know, you wouldn't want to rely on him for too long. And yeah. Anyway, I'll move on to the next question. It says, what is your best technique for making coins when you have 500k? Basically, the best bit of advice I can give you is do not buy packs. Like, the other day I had 200k sitting on my account, and what I decided to do, I decided to open up loads of packs at about 4 in the morning, and our best player I got was a Malouda. So really just do not buy packs. And if you want to be making coins, buy informs, which you don't think will be inform again, and the value does increase week on week. So buy like a few months ago, I had a Theo Walcott. I bought him for 80k, and I think he now goes for like 200k. So obviously it's a long hold, but there's plenty of profit there, especially if you're using the player. And I'll move on to the next question. It says, how highly do you rate Bar? Extremely highly, I believe. For me, he's the best striker in the Premiership at the moment. I think he's better than Van Persie. I think he's got more to his game than Van Persie. I think he's got a bit more pace and a bit more aggression than Van Persie. I think Van Persie's a good striker, but he lacks a bit of you know, just like, I think the difference between Demba and Van Persie is Demba wants it a little bit more. You know, he's ruthless, he's aggressive, he's strong, he's quick. You know, he reminds me of like a Tevez and Drogba rolled into one. He's a quality player. You know, he's just a full package as a striker. You know, he's got 2 feet, head the ball, quick, strong, big. You know, he can defend, he can attack. He's, you know, left-footed, right-footed. He's the full package, basically, guys. Anyway, I'll move on to the next question. I'll just see where we're up to in this video. What is up, guys? Actually, the audio cut out there when I changed programs. So anyway, I'll move on to the next question. The next question was, who's your favourite player, Ben Arfa or Toyota? And for me, I would have to say Ben Arfa is more of my favourite player, because obviously, you know, he's more attacking minded and he's more exciting. Obviously Toyota is a defensive midfielder. He likes to break up play and all of that. So I'd have to say Ben Arfa, because he's a bit more exciting, a bit more going forward, more of an attacking player really. And I think attacking players are generally more favourite of players, obviously, because they can score goals, beat a man, etc. But anyway, guys, the video is coming to a close here. Just the last game of the 3 games in the episode. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you want me to do this again, then I'll do it again in the next episode or whatever. So yeah, I think on this game here, it was quite frustrating, the last game. I think I had 2 draws in this episode as well, which was pretty frustrating. It was even more frustrating because the opponent was actually like playing better than me, had more possession, more shots, but they ended it as a draw, which is kind of stupid. And there the guy scores in the 90th minute and he decides to watch the replay 3 times, which was slightly fucking annoying, I've got to say. But you know, these things happen in FIFA and there's nothing you can do about it, really. One of them balls across and you just can't really defend it, you know what I mean? So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and that's pretty much been it. This is the end of the episode. So yeah, guys, stay subscribed for more. I'll have some more videos out and all that good stuff. Cheers.